Hello, hey y'all, hey. It's your friend, eikaneeru. Eika for short, E for shorter. Your medium artist oracle friend here with another pick a card reading that I am excited about, as it is about getting your money right. Okay, it is about getting the pockets in order. It's about getting your balance balanced. Okay. Um, and I really wanted to do this. I had a few different reasons why I wanted to do this, but one that I will publicly share is because if you in the U.S. like me, and depending on where you at, this, you know, could be different for any and everybody. But we just got fresh off of, I'm recording this at the beginning of January, but we still a few weeks fresh from the holiday season, which is a big money drainer if you participate. I do not, but if you do, you know what I'm saying, that whole season is asking you to spend nothing but the money that you made all year. And also being in the US where capitalism is rampant, having your money right is crucial because there's always things that need to be paid for. There's always things that we need as people, as human, and a lot of those things have price tags on them that money can buy. And so we need our funds, we need our coinage so that we can have our things. Okay, I'm not going to be here talking about some you need to have a better mindset and none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to say that. Okay, this is not about having a better mindset or anything. I don't know what the cards are going to say. I didn't really ask any spirits or any ancestors or anything to come through on this, though I am asking them in this moment for those who will find this video in whatever time that you find this video, that the spirits who looking at your pockets, who know you got some needs coming up, who have maybe led you to this video, share some guidance here with me to be able to share with you so that it can do what I said this was going to do, which is to help you get your money right. Okay? Okay. So to choose the piles, you can do them a few different ways. I decided to use different forms of currency throughout time. So for pile 1, we got the cowrie shells. I don't know if it's really, let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so we got the cowrie shells, which used to be a form of currency in East and West Africa. So that's for pile 1. Then you got marbles. Marbles used to be, for pile 2, you got marbles, which used to be a currency, I think, in Rome and in Greece, I believe. And honestly, it's such a cute form of currency. It's so cute. It used to be used in like prizes and games and competitions and stuff like that. The exquisiteness of a marble could tell you how much a marble was, and I thought that's really cool. So that's for pile 2. That's the currency that you can choose. And then pile 3, we got some U.S. official, oops, my bad, that's not gonna focus on me, some U.S. official coinage. Okay, some quarters, some nickels, and I think a penny is under there. But yeah, you can pick anyone that calls to you. You don't have to pick the one that you use. If you're in the U.S., I know you only use this one, but pick one that you think is cool, or pick whatever one that calls to you. If you need a little bit more time to pick, pause, but I'm going to reset so that I can get into it. But yeah, one more time to go over it. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Una más. Pile 1 is the cowrie shells, pile 2 is the marbles, and pile 3 is our U.S. coinage. So without further ado, meet me at your pile, and yeah, let me tell you how to get that money right. Alright. So, hey, pile 1, chapter 1, group 1. However, those of you who chose the cowrie shell, oh my gosh, I'm looking at the camera, so I'm not seeing where I'm pointing. But those of you who chose the cowrie shell, this is your stop. This is where you at. This is your guidance on how to get your money right. And so, kind of what I feel from the cowrie shells, just to start off, is that going towards my bad, going towards maybe alternative ways. I may say this for pile two too, because it was a different currency set, but going for alternative ways to trade goods and sources or services. Maybe trading and bartering, or more so what I hear is like, you got something I want, I got something you want. Let's try to figure out a way to exchange these things. So, we can both have what we need. I kind of feel something like that with the cowrie shells to start with. Okay, so to flip over my first DIY kitchen oracle, which I never do reverse. But this is cake spatula reversed. And this is cake spatula is about glamour, presentation, appearance, and dressing to your best. Hold on, I was shuffling some cards. Quiet as it's kept. I had started this video and then my camera died. So I already have the other two cards that were pulled before my camera died. And those also came out reversed. And this was Mother of Coins. It may not look reversed. I don't know how to show up. I'll have to look. But yeah, you got Mother of Coins reversed and Ace of Baskets reversed on top of that. And so with this, I got a few different things. One of those things is that, you may be somebody that is very, very invested into your aesthetic or into your appearance, into your presentation, how you look, how the things that you, I want to say own, or that you have responsibility for, looks, right? So this can be your home, this can be your car, this can be your, the clothes that you wear, this can be your children, this can be your pet. You like to invest a lot of your money into your aesthetic in some kind of way, is what I'm seeing here. And I'm kind of getting a few different messages in terms of not necessarily that you should stop doing that, but that there has to be some kind of reassessing, truly how your aesthetic contributes to the care that you need as a person. It's okay. Look, I got my fingernails painted this color called City of Gleams. And typically when I wear fingernail polish, when I'm wearing jewelry or whatever, it has some meaning to me. It has some kind of significance. And it doesn't have to have that kind of significance for you. But I utilize that as an example of like, this is something that I got for my aesthetic, for my appearance, for my presentation. And having this has some sort of value to me, as it contributes to my care. It contributes to my care in some kind of way, is what I'm trying to say, right? Seeing my nails like this stimulates me. It does a few different things for me. Even the rings that I have on, or the bracelets and things that I have on, like they serve some purpose for me, as well as, being aesthetically pleasing. And so I kind of see with Ace of Baskets and Mother of Coins and Cake Spatula reversed, that there just may need to be, in terms of getting your money right, I'm just hearing mostly that just reassess your relationship with the things that you invest into for your appearance, and consider how it contributes to your care. Consider how, it makes, I want to say it makes you feel, but I want to say how it really helps your body, mind, and spirit, right? It helps your wellness. That's what I want to get at. Like, it helps your wellness in some kind of way or another. That would be the message that I have, or that's coming through with that. First and foremost, we'll see if Spirit has anything else to say, or if the cards have anything else to say. Yeah, they just like, ain't nothing, some of your folks, especially some of your ancestors. I know my ancestor, every time my grandma specifically, comes up in a reading and someone can visualize her, they always visualize her in this most like extravagant outfit or something of the sort. And I love that. Because she was a very glamorous woman. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this to be like, I get it. I get it. She definitely passed that trait down to me. I like to look good. I like to dress up. I like to present myself in a way that shows that look at me, like honor me, right? Like I think kind of also with the mother of coins like this too, it's like, I'm well cared for. I'm well taken care of. I'm thinking about that thing. I don't. It's like a fact or whatever from a while ago. Something that I read, right, where it's like, um, in certain like practices, or not in certain practices, in certain traditions, cultural traditions from different people around the world, having a nice big belly was something to show off, right? It was something to flaunt because it was like, look at me, I look good, I'm well fed, I'm feeding off the riches of the earth. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm well resourced. And so this is kind of what this is saying to me too, that like, how is it that what you invested as far as your aesthetic, how does that show that you are well taken care of? That not even that you're just well taken care of, but that you know you and the earth, you and your resources, you and whatever got a real good relationship, right? That you got a way of doing your things that like it just encourages you, encourages your spirit, encourages your mind, body, and soul, all of those things to just be well and to show off your wellness. I don't know if that's gonna make some sense. But I'm gonna pull like two more messages and then we can jet up out of here. Okay. Yeah. Even though I don't know if it's gonna make sense, I hope it does. Yes. Okay. Spirit be loud. Um. Let me see. Yeah. Spirit be loud. Sometimes I don't know if I'm gonna get this to focus in a way that I want to. But you see, Nine of Baskets, Five of Coins is pretty much what I just said, right? Nine of Baskets is like you got everything that you need for your wellness, to be content, to have some sense of like stability and comfort, and like, you know what I'm saying, everything is in well balance. You feel loved on. You got some knowledge here within the books. You got the wine glass here that can symbolize a lot. Fun times. Um, yeah, whatever else. You got your money. Your money is in this one. I don't know. It's not gonna focus, and I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But you got your food. You got your passport. You got the seashell. You got the things that you need to be well and content and stable in life. But again, with this five of coins, it's kind of like giving a bit like, yeah, you got the things that you need, honey bunny. Um, but the way that you're investing in them, in those things, or even like I want to say investing in them like with spending your money, but also how you're using them and how you're really appreciating and valuing them. These things as part of your care and wellness as a person seems to be a little off, right? You may be tying it to too much of your worth as a person, and not as your wealth as a person or your wellness as a person. You may be tying it. Um, I kind of also want to just say, because I'm noticing here the Five of Coins and this, you know, the clothes is a little raggedy, right? You got on scraps for clothes, and we were just talking about appearance. And so it's like, there also may be a need to keep up with the crowd on certain things, or try to keep up with the times, or keep up with the trends and things like that. Like you may be taking these things that you invest in to improve or to dress up or whatever, and maybe how you're doing so is just to keep up with the trends. You don't really find any value in it, right? Like you got the newest, You spend all of this time getting this bag, but you don't even really give a damn about the bag. You feel me? You can barely dress it up with the outfits that you got. You spend all of this money on a pair of shoes, or on these tires, or on these rims, or whatever. And I'm just kind of naming luxury things because that's me. But you're spending all of your things on this, and you don't even really care. It's not even for you. It's just to show it off. It's just to flaunt it off. And Spirit is coming in and saying in this reading, like, it needs to be able to feed your soul and to tell of the relationship that you have with your resources and with these things. If I've in the ways that I think about, like, when I dress up and show off my things, I am expressing my inner self. I'm expressing the wealth of knowledge that I have, the wealth of blessings that I have, where I've been, where I've come from, where I'm going. All of these things can be shown in the things that I wear, or at least they have value to me in that way. Right? So they're for me. I look in the mirror and I see what I got on and I do my thing, and it's for me. It holds me down. And so Spirit is like, reassess your things so that you have a relationship with it to where it's like, it's holding you down, and where that worth comes from. Your own naming of that value, and not because you're trying to keep up with trends and things. So yeah, that's all, pile 1. Hope that was helpful. Alright, here we are, pile 2. My leg is falling asleep. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we're gonna get into how you can get your money right, how you can get them pockets balanced ASAP. Okay, so we starting off with quick and easy. We starting off with butter knife from my kitchen oracle deck. My gosh, my DIY one. Okay. Quick and easy solutions to problems and frustrations. The answer is nearby. So what this tells me, pile 2, is that it tells me a few different things that, and we'll pull some more cards to get some more clarification. But what it's telling me is that really, if you are stressed about money in some kind of way, okay, there are solutions that are nearby to help you. Now, I'm saying a few different things is coming to me because it absolutely is coming to me in different ways. This because the solutions can vary for everybody, and because this is a general read, there's a few that's coming to me, but the ones that are specific to you are specific to you. So this could be, a gig that's nearby that's suitable, or that is convenient. However it is convenient to you, it's available to you. There may be a gig, there may be some kind of opportunity, there may be somebody just posted that they looked up their, like, to see if they had some land or like some kind of unpaid things on this website, and they found them some money. So it could be something like that, even where it could be like, you get like an inheritance, or you're getting money back, or you're getting, it is tax season, right? So, you can be getting your taxes, and is this a good amount, or maybe you get a good deal off of something that you really wanted or needed or something like that. So it could come up in a few different ways, and I'm hearing that it may not just be one of the ones that I listed, only one of them. It could be a few different things that helps you to kind of like navigate. This is my way. This is my way of doing things, because I'll for sure I'll be like, dang, stressed about this, whatever, and then I go into the appointment and I get a discount or something like that. So there may be opportunities or solutions that surround you to where it's like, maybe you get some money off, maybe somebody puts some money on there, you get a little blessing, you get some extra cash that comes in, something of the sort. It just doesn't feel too complicated, essentially, is what I feel coming fresh off of this card. Like, there's always a way, is kind of what Spirit is saying here. Like it's I don't know why they're saying it like this, but they like it's money everywhere. It ain't as you know. And I'm not a mindset girly. I know it's like my bad, I'm trying to adjust the camera. I know that it's like I said in the intro, that capitalism is a hoe. We know this. Whether we know it by name or we just know it by experience, capitalism is a hoe. And so, you know, money do be feeling scarce, and it do be scarce. It be evading the hell out of people who need it and going into the people's hands that really don't, or being hoarded, things like that. And even with that, I think that's why Spirit says that like money is everywhere. Like it can always be made, it can always be lost, it can always be maneuvered, it can always be like how it's used can always be shifted, or like, how it can work for you and work against you can always is always in fluctuation in some kind of way. And so, you know that even in all of that, chapter 2, you got some okay. You got some I got some cards here, but you got some solutions and things that may surround you that may help out with your money stresses. And I see that your money stresses are great, which is probably why you needed this reminder. I needed this reminder as well, right? Because again, when the bills is due and the things is due and you got this appointment coming up and you got this thing to do, and how you gonna get the gas to get there, and like, I don't know what your pockets is looking like, chapter 2. I really don't know. And so I am not, again, I'm not telling you that you need a better mindset. That will never be the first thing that I share with you, having experienced the woes of capitalism, that you need a better mindset around money. But I can see that you are stressing about money is not necessarily beneficial in you helping you to see kind of some deals, discounts, some solutions to these issues. Now it does feel a bit sporadic. I will say that. It feels like chapter 2 like maybe money isn't consistent, or shit, bills can be inconsistent. Maybe your money is consistent, but it's like it's always a new emergency. It's always something else. Your money got to go towards. And even with the best budget, with the best planning and all of these things, it's like there's something else. And I don't know. This kind of feels more like a spirit message, and I will pull some more cards on this, but there is just and I hate this kind of thing. I kind of do, because it's like I'm getting like more of the gigs thing. I'm getting more of the like they're kind of, you're getting some those like little lucky discounts and things like that. But again, that inconsistency would obviously breed some nervousness. It would obviously make you question, like, or obviously make you stressed out. It would make anybody stressed out. Like, dang, how is this gonna get paid? Da da da. Like, you kind of gotta always maneuver around things, and that's what I'm saying that I hate. That was chapter 2. I hate that for you. Where it feels like you always gotta kind of like be ready and on standby to do your money things. And that can be very draining, because then a lot of energy gets put into this. I see a lot of stress comes from this. It's kind of dictating your movements. It's doing all of those things. And then there's just a little voice within that. And I'm just making sure that Spirit really wants you to know this. But it's a little voice within that that's like, but somehow it gets done. And even if it don't get done, it don't always be the end of the world. Right? There's always a solution for it. And maybe, there's a back pay to pay and all of these things. And you got to be late on this to pay this. And I know that that's not the most stable way to go about things. It's not the most heartfelt way. And it's not the most, it's a very stressful way of going about things. And spirit is also like, I think doing two things. It's acknowledging where you are, but it's also like saying like, hey, you know, these solutions, these things, capitalize on them. You know, really value them for what they are, for getting you through. Even, listen, I think I want to say something about debt, and I'm gonna move on because I'm making this one longer than I wanted to. But listen, these big ass corporations, these big Amazon's big ass factory that takes up damn near a whole block of something, you know, in order to get those things built in, right? Like, they don't be paying no money up front. They have to pay money throughout time, right? They have to promise that it will pay out certain money to the city, the government, all of these things. And I learned this, and it's a very useful thing in my mind to know, because even though it'd be like, dang, you want to feel, there may be some shame around having to pay some on a late fee, or having to pay a late fee on something, or there may be some shame that you got to kind of like penny pinch a little bit to get this here and there. And I'm going to say these companies are doing the same thing. Um, if you live in the West, if you live in the U.S., I'm sorry, we owe debt. I don't even know how. So it's like, take some of that pressure off of yourself and use these things as solutions, or view them as solutions, is what I want to say, to the problem. Maybe not permanent solutions to the problem, maybe not in a way that it feels stable to you, but again, relieve yourself. Know that it is hard on purpose. And it could be more efficient, but it's not. And so the ways that you make do, take some of the shame off of yourself. And again, I'm not like, it's your mindset, but it's like, again, take some of that shame off of yourself. Okay? For having to have done that. Okay? And just, not just, but you know, those opportunities that you give yourself a little bit more time, or you take some money off of this, or you get that little extra $20 from, you know, taking your family to the store or something like that. Like, you know, I ain't saying be grateful, and I'm not telling you to just be grateful, but that's not even the message that's coming through. It's more so just like, know that those solutions are being provided to you. They're helping you make do with what you can make do with. Okay? Last two cards. Okay. Hold on. Alright, so the last two cards are Five of Knives and Two of Sticks. I may get some extra clarity on this. Okay. This seems to be a bit more of a ancestral message, okay, in terms of getting your money right. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it is what it is. Okay. This group may honestly be those who engage in spiritual practices of any and all kinds. You don't have to be, though. That, and I'm kind of mostly getting like prayer, but it doesn't have to be that either. Or maybe you just, you know, you got an interest in spirit things. I don't know. But what I kind of get from it, and why I say that this is more of a spiritual message or an ancestral message, is because, well, I was looking at cards over here. I like looked at the top of the deck, and you got one of my cards that always lets me know that the spirits are watching. But also in here, because none of these cards deal with money specifically, and we're talking about solutions to problems, and we got more air and air and fire here with the knives and the sticks, is that you kind of, like I was kind of saying, like you got some spirits that are looking out for you. Right? You got these solutions and these things are being provided to you, right? They're just kind of trying to like wave it in your face a little bit. They're trying to be like, hey, I'm thinking about, for me, like when they be like, hey, that zucchini is on sale, grab that. Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't get the sense of frugalness, but I more so get the sense of like, that's a solution, right? Like, so you get to spend either less money in total at the grocery store, or you get to spend it on, get more of the things that you want, or be able to have a little bit more money left over for this or whatever. I do more so not get the sense of frugalness, but the sense of like having to prioritize and compartmentalize like your finances and things like that. But back to why I said that this was a spiritual message or an ancestral message is because it feels like spirit will kind of like lead you and guide you in certain ways to have certain things. So like I said, you may get called up to do that one thing from your family member. Can you do this thing for me and I'll pay you this? Or you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's I'll take you to work all week or something like you get some kind of deal. You get some kind of like, that help, that assistance that comes in. Spirit is kind of placing it in your path, right? It feels like they can do more in that way for you than, like I said, this is kind of like the state of the situation. And so they like, we kind of like look out for you in those ways rather than, I know what would be nice is to get that lump sum of cash sticking in our pocket and not having to worry about all of these things. And so, yeah, again, I feel your stress pile too, which is probably why I'm still here. But yeah, I feel like Spirit is kind of coming in this message and being like, we helping you out in these ways. It may not necessarily be the lump of cash. And your money still may not necessarily be right in the sense that you can have and afford and, live freely and spend freely. But it is right in the sense that, or we are keeping it right in some way or another by throwing you some solutions to the problems that you may have, to the stresses that you may have, even if it's just a little bit here or there. And with that, I will say that also I think that this is my spiritual power. If you are into prayer, pray, right? Continue, if you're already doing that, just continue to vocalize your needs and concerns with your spirits, and also where your spirits tell you to, right? I'm just really getting a strong sense that this is my spiritual power. They kind of telling me like, pray, like speak it, like name your suffering is something that I always think of with Nine of Knives. I haven't thought about it yet until now, but it's like, name your suffering. They definitely want to hear you. They definitely want to hear your voice. They are definitely listening to your problems and frustrations. And I know it can just be like, why do you want me to keep saying this over and over and over again? Like, I need this and I need this. And it's one thing after another. But, kind of where it is now is not, I can understand not where you want to be, but you are being led also. I ain't want to get too spiritual. I ain't want to get too like, in the Lord is leading your footsteps in the path of righteousness. But it kind of feels like that. Whereas like, it's kind of working with you to get you out of the mud. But in order to do that, we got to do it by these steps and these baby steps first. Just because of the situation that you may be in. Like I said, I don't know what your pocket's looking like, pile two, but it's just feeling like, however it's looking, it's just kind of giving you some stress. And, Spirit hears you in the sense that, like, your spirits, your ancestors hear you in the sense that they, like, yeah, this is causing stress. This is causing frustration, and that's why they throw you those things to kind of help curb some of that. And I know it don't feel like enough a lot of the times, but but know that this is a phase. This is not a testament to who you are, or that you're not being heard, or that you're not being listened to. But I just do feel like, and I'll end it here, that Spirit wants to offer this message to you so that you can lean into the fact that they are there with you, and maybe work better with them to get your money right, right? To see how you can balance out your money situation so that you can, in the long term, in the sustainable present, now, future, how to get that right, to get those things in order. And so I will end it here. Pile 2, so much love to you, sincerely, 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 sincerely. I pray so much love and light and progress to your spirits and to your ancestors, that y'all come into a relationship where in time this will be less of a worry. Okay. Less of a worry that is on your plate. You can begin to focus on things or prioritize other things that you want to in your life, without this being the thing that stresses you out and challenges you and holds you back. So yes, pile 2, much love, and see ya. Alright, hello my friends of pile 3. Oh, child, I ain't drained. I love doing these, honestly, but I should have brought my water closer. But anyway, pile 3, you chose our regular, well, I don't want to say regular, but the U.S. coinage for your things, for your reading today on how to get your money right. Yeah, so without further ado, I ain't even gonna play. I ain't even gonna play around like I want to be here all day. Cabinets, things waiting to be discovered. I'm gonna just go ahead and start pulling some other cards, because genuinely, I feel like that's a message for me too, even though I feel like that's what wanted to be said to you. That's a message for me, like, oh, what things want to be discovered? A few different things have come to mind. It could be different opportunities that can help you get your money right. It can be new challenges that can help you get your money right. So before I start going off into the universe of possibilities, we just gonna ask Spirit. We just gonna ask, okay? For those in chapter 3, the cards are a little bit more quiet in this one. But for those in chapter 3, how can they get their money right? There we go. Oh, I was like, the cards are quiet. And then it was like, ask the question. Ask the question. And we will, let me zoom this out. Ask the question. And we gonna give you a stack. And I'm gonna take it too. Ooh. They gave y'all a lot of reversals. Alright. I may have to pause and get some water. Anywho. Let's start with these. Let me start with these. Alright. Things waiting to be discovered. Now, y'all kind of give a bit of pile too. Ain't gonna hold you. But in a different kind of way. Well, kind of at the end of what I was talking about with pile 2, I kind of got the impression that pile 2 was my spiritual pile, or my pile that has folks in it that engage with spirit practices of some sort or kind. I really do think here you may be getting a lot of messages in general. And I'm going to say good, bad, and ugly. Like, you may be getting all kinds of, like, I'm getting, like, in my mind, subliminal messaging, right? Or like, I'm thinking about that Hungry Howie's commercial from a while ago where it was like they kind of played on the idea of subconscious messaging or subliminal messaging, where they popped the deal or Hungry Howie's, the logo, in the middle of the commercial, just real quick, just to get it in your brain real quick. And so they kind of played on that. And so that's what I'm kind of getting with this, is that with things waiting to be discovered, Daughter of Knives and Railroad Bill, you kind of getting a lot of different, like, I want to get rich schemes, right? Take this class and this webinar to do this thing. And so you kind of getting a lot of different, like, avenues of income, and they all may be just coming at you faster. You engaging with certain things. You're like, I can do this over here. I can do this over here. I can take this course over here so that I can increase my real estate business or something like that, or become a real estate agent, and then I'll be making X amount of money this year or next year. If I invest in this stock, like, I'm just getting, like, you're getting a bunch of different things coming at you at once around what you should, on how, like, ways you kind of already in the mindset and thinking about what it is that you want to do to increase your finances or to get your money right in whatever sense that means for you. Okay, like I was saying, y'all getting a lot of different things thrown at y'all. You're already in the mindset of, like, what avenues are available and open to me for me to enrich my skill set and also enrich my finances, right? I feel like that's kind of like you getting some things, you're trying to get some things on your resume. It's what I'm feeling more so, Power 3. Trying to get some things on your resume. You're trying to get some skills in your bag so that, you know what I'm saying, you can, I want to say, flaunt these skills or name these skills to be able to go forward on certain paths that will get you more money. Like, I kind of had the example of real estate in my mind, or being a content creator, or, like, you just kind of investing your mind into something. I'm not going to be redundant. I'm trying to build your skill set, okay? Trying to get some things on your resume. Okay, so I got some other cards here, and I wasn't going to take all of these. Actually, I did say I was going to take all of these. And they all came out reversed. Spirit popped them out, and they popped out reversed. So I'm going to read them that way. Okay, but I'm going to have to flip them. Because quite honestly, thank you for letting me know how y'all want me to hear these, but let me just do these. Okay, so essentially it's what I said, and I'm gonna always appreciate Spirit giving me extra confirmation, so I'm not gonna take that away from it. Some of them is off the camera, but it's pretty much, it starts off with what I said and then it adds a bit more. So, like I said, you are already looking for something to enrich your skill set so that, you can maybe charge more for a service or, make more money in some kind of facet. Okay, so that's what I see in the 8 of 6 and then the 8 of coins. Is that you're already in the lab, you're already thinking about it. You may be taking an extra course. You may be just going to YouTube University, trying some stuff out, doing some extra research, something like that, to be able to, again, enrich whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're capable of doing, to be able to generate more income for yourself. And so that's even what I see in the 3 of 6. This is more so you are thinking, you may not necessarily have any great money stresses, pile 3. But you may, you just looking to keep the momentum. You're looking to either keep the momentum or increase the momentum at which money is generating, or that you're making money, right? You want to increase the momentum of balance, having your money right? Like, you want even more sustainability is kind of what I hear, even more. So you're kind of working on that. Like, this is more of a long term thing for you. Is what I was seeing in the 3 of 6. Is that, this is a more long term. This is something that you are putting a lot of effort into, or you're just thinking in the long haul. Like, you're trying to, or you're vision casting. You're like, maybe it's not where you want to be right now, but you're good enough to where it's like, okay, with this, I can take it further. And in a year, or in 6 months, or in 3 months, or in an X amount of time, I can start bringing in this amount. And then I can start buying this. Like, you're kind of, I get a little bit of a sense of creating a plan of things like that. Okay? Now, this is where it gets a bit more more tad spiritual, in the sense that spirit is very happy with you for building up your skills, for building up your strengths. In a way, it's kind of like, what I heard was like, this helps me to help you, right? Alright, this is where they started telling me 20 different things at once. And this is probably why I'm in this reading so parched. So parched, okay? Because I'm thinking about Daughter of Knives that we had coming out first. And that was where, like, where I was like talking about how you get like a lot of things thrown at you. And so I kind of feel like there's not anything that you're too set on. I think maybe you are assessing what you can do, as far as which courses or whatever things to invest your time and your energy and your mental capacity into your studying, your research. It feels like it's like, again, it's all over the place. And so you kind of got to do some exploring and some digging. And I think that will be very, very beneficial to you, because even though you may make a few, I'm kind of getting the sense like you may start something and you may be like, that wasn't really for me. That's not what I really wanted to enrich or whatever. But kind of going the course and having this kind of approach to your money situation will be beneficial to you in the long run, and just even exploring and making adjustments where you can and stuff, to you and also to your spirits. Okay? To you and also to your spirits, because it's kind of like they're giving you, like, maybe, or reminding you of like skill sets that they had. And it's more so reminding than giving it to you, but skill sets and things that they had that they're like, you can use for yourself, or you don't have to use them for yourself. But it just kind of feels like I'm kind of getting, even just going and playing the game even for just a second, being curious enough to be like, let me just see what this course is talking about. And even if you don't end up using it to its full extent, like, you get a certificate, you open up something, or you start doing all of these things around it, it just may give you a reminder, a hint of who your spirits were. So it's kind of like they're encouraging you in this process, because yeah, it is towards the thing that you want, right, which will generate more income for you, have your pockets getting all rich and juicy and good, and however it needs to be for you to have a well balanced life. And also, it helps them to connect with you more. I don't know if that's what I'm getting. It helps them to kind of communicate with you more about who they are and what they had going on, and the journey in itself will be fun if you look at it that way. And in that kind of way, to be a bit soft about it, because I am someone who loves to venerate and speak to the ancestors and a lot of the dead folks. um, but yeah, to be soft about it, it kind of pays. That's a different way to enrich your pockets or to get your money right, because you know, I feel like in some ways in the longer run of it all, and Spirit isn't giving me all of this, but it is telling me to share this, is that in the longer run, that will definitely help whatever it is that all of the things that you end up deciding to do, like it will still be incorporated in a way that is cool and interesting. Okay? And Spirit will appreciate you muchas for that. they will they will they will pay you muchas for that, for being included in your business. Or I don't want to say business, but being included in your things. Okay? They will definitely participate and keep things on the well rise for you. And so with that, I will close it, my chapter 3s.